Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 with Newcastle United. We are in February. We've gone through the January transfer window. I'm looking at the finances screen because it gives the least away, although you might notice that our transfer budget is significantly less than what it was. It was at about £100 and something million. And also, we've spent £92 million in January. We've done some big signings, done some very big signings. We've also sold some players as well. Sean Longstaff being the first one, leaving for Stoke. Not a lot of money we're getting for Sean. It was about £2 million. Could have got a lot more if we sold him earlier on in the save. Basically, nearly sold him to Saudi Arabia, I think it was, for £5 million. He rejected the contract. I don't know why. Matthew Mori has also left the club. Now, this one might come as a little bit of a surprise, but we have bought in a new right-back, so it won't be as much of a surprise. Leaving for Fortuna Köln, is that what they're called? It's not Fortuna Köln, is it? It's just FC Köln. In Germany, he's gone for £12.5 million. A reasonable profit. I think we've doubled our money on him. 6.5 we paid, getting 12.25 back. Not bad. And we've also sold Tosin, a player who basically kind of got relegated to 4th choice central defender. So he wasn't ever getting the chance. Actually, I'd say he was more a 5th or 6th choice. So yeah, he's left. He signed for Chelsea, £12 million, considering we bought him on a free transfer. That's 100% profit there, isn't it? And we also got 91 games out of Tosin. He was basically a star when we got promoted. When we got promoted then, kind of stopped playing, didn't he? There's also a number of players who've gone out on loan. We will cover those once I've just done the transfers. But briefly, Oliver Batista-Meyer has left, signing for Hannover 96. He's one of the big names to go out on loan. A lot of big names have gone out on loan. I might have ruined our season by doing this. The first of 5 players to join the club in January then is Kamal Kawaya, who is a Syrian central midfielder, who I've never seen this man before. He came up on my scouts and they gave him something like 72 out of 100. They said, you can get him on a free transfer, so we got him on a free transfer. He's probably never going to play for us, but I just kind of looked at him and went, he looks right mentally, he's got some decent mental stats, plus we have got rid of a few central midfielders, so he does add a little bit of depth there. He is also only 26, so it's not as if he's massively old. Can't imagine we're going to get a lot of money out of him, but 2-star current ability, 2.5-star potential. I reckon he's going to play 4 games his entire career for Newcastle. Next, through the door is another central midfielder, this time signing from Paris Saint-Germain. It is a Serbian central midfielder called Petar Jovanovic, who was signed for £1.2 million. He's getting paid probably too much money for a standard of footballer that he is. 2.5-star current ability, 4-star potential. Brought him in because I thought he looked alright. Again, we needed some more backup options in the centre of midfield. Petar seemed like a good option. Moving into the big money now for £19 million. We have signed Johnny Santos, a Portuguese right-back. 3-star current ability, 4.5-star potential, only 20 years of age. He is the Matthew Mori replacement. Also, he has shoots from distance. He's got 9 long shots. Might need to train him up on long shots or get rid of that shoots from distance. Annoyingly, he's got a groin strain. So he's played 4 games, picked up an injury as well, so he's out for 2 weeks now. Now, this isn't a new signing, obviously. This here is Wang. Wang has gone out on loan to Coventry. I then realised we don't have a backup goalkeeper, so we brought a backup goalkeeper. And by brought a backup goalkeeper, I mean we've brought a first-team goalkeeper, and Freddie Woodman's now the backup. We have gone to Brazil, and we have signed 23-year-old Brazilian goalkeeper Adinam for £23 million. He is a 4-star current ability goalkeeper, 4.5-star potential, 2-footed goalkeeper. What can go wrong with a 2-footed goalkeeper? I mean, probably overpaid for him. Not going to lie, probably overpaid for him. He is better than Freddie Woodman, which is always a good thing that we've made an improvement. Since he's joined the club, he's not kept a clean sheet in 4 games. Actually, that's a lie. He's kept 1 in the FA Cup. But he's our number 1 goalkeeper now, isn't he? Adinam is our number 1 keeper. Now, you lot thought I did some bad signings last January when we spent £35 million on Joe Willock and £45 million on Jamie Shackleton. Well, we might have done one up on that one. £50 million we spent. It is former Arsenal central midfielder, formerly also of Inter Milan and Lazio according to the game, Matteo Guendouzi. £50 million. Not all in one lump, but it's £50 million. 3-star current ability, 4-star potential, only 25 years of age. The main reason why I bought Matteo, he is a natural box-to-box midfielder. We do not have any natural box-to-box midfielders anymore. We've got rid of them all. I think Sean Longstaff was our last natural box-to-box midfielder, so he has come in. Also, he can be utilised in various places in the middle of the pitch. He's pretty decent Mazzala, deep line playmaker. He can even play as that advanced playmaker if we need him. I know I've overspent, okay? I've overspent massively, but the thing is, we have loads and loads of money. We've still got £88 million to spend. We are nearly £1 million under our wage budget. I could quite easily just start throwing money at the best footballers in the world, but I don't want to do that because I think it's more interesting to try and slowly build a team up rather than just buy the best team. Isn't that right, Chelsea and Manchester City? So yeah, that is the transfers in. We've spent a big number of money. 99 million throughout the entire season. Actually, we spent probably 6 million in the summer, that's what it's called, in the summer, and then 93 million pounds in the January transfer window. Why do I always go big in January? I did mention as well, there were lots of loan deals leaving the club. Marlon Vasquez, first up, going to Sturm Graz. 4 players going out on loan to Coventry. Moaz Abcher, Alexander Jovic, Glenn Nichols, and Wang Xiaofeng. Arvin Appiah going out on loan to Eibar as well in Spain. A couple of youth players leaving the club. Rob Novak and Ronnie Gray going to various teams in England. Matty Longstaff also leaving the club on loan to Norwich. Antonio Gonzalez, the striker, joining Valladolid on loan. Batista Maya, as we mentioned, to Hanover. Miguel Angel Valenzuela off to Cruz Azul, needs to get some football under his belt. Alex Gibson to Portsmouth, and Marcus Stock has returned to Austria because he threw all of his toys out of the pram and I went, screw you, leave the club. So he's gone off until the end of the season. When he returns, he might be a happier boy. Right, now that's that transfer business out of the way. Nicky Monasterio, what have you done? You've grown a grey beard. You've grown a grey beard, Nicky. What are you doing, man? You're 22. Anyway, now that we've been distracted by Nicky Monasterio's beard, everyone's growing grey beards. Is Chirach's beard grey? Stop it, Stuart. Right, fixtures, results. January was a difficult month, shall we say. We started off with a match-up against Brentford on the 1st of the month. It was a 1-0 victory right at the death. Christ Chuala with the only goal of the game, 94 minutes on the clock. We then played Blackpool in the FA Cup. I played all the children. Probably shouldn't have played all the children because we drew 1-1. Petar Jovanovic scoring a goal here. Against Liverpool, we lost 2-0. We gave a very good fight and then just threw it all away. We actually scored twice. Both goals were disallowed through offside, which kind of annoyed me. We end up losing this one 2-0. Blackpool in the FA Cup replay. We played all the adults this time. Santos Bor and Gaston Yacaruso with the goals here, setting up a 4th round tie, which we lost against Derby later on. Against Leicester, we were absolutely awful. There is not a lot we can really say. We were just really bad. Then, against Fulham, we returned to winning ways, a 3-1 victory here. Now, I think this might have been the match where I changed my tactics a little bit. I changed them back to the wing play, not the wing play, tiki-taka for this match, which worked, obviously, against Fulham with Willock, Pierre and Antonio Gonzalez with the goals. Against Derby, it didn't. Derby, for some reason, managed to beat us. We equalised in the 90th minute. Christian Bielek scored an absolute screamer in the 94th minute to give Derby the victory. Board weren't particularly pleased with that one. Speaking of the board, yeah, we failed on the reaching the FA Cup minimum. So let's have a quick look at the transfers. Let's see. I mean, most people probably not particularly happy with the signings. Okay, reasonably happy with Johnny. C and a C for the fans as well. Petar Jovanovic is a D from the board because he's getting paid too much money, which I kind of agree. And the fans are happy with that. And Adinam, maybe, sure. Now, I was expecting the Matteo Guendouzi one to be like an E. I was expecting it to be an E. It's a C- from the board. It's a B- from the fans. He's going to make a difference. He's going to make the big difference for us. Despite our somewhat topsy-turvy month of January, we've managed to climb up to 5th place in the table. We are the best of the rest at the moment. We are a long way behind my former club Everton. In fact, we're 8 points behind our former club Everton. We are 2 points ahead of Arsenal, 3 points ahead of Southampton and Norwich, 4 points ahead of today's opponent, Manchester United. Let's go forward into the Manchester United game. This might be a reasonably long episode, but I'm sure you can understand. It's a January transfer window special. So we are the evening kickoff then, by the looks of it. Everyone else has played their match. Arsenal have beaten Liverpool. That is actually, in the grand scheme of things, that is a very big result. Arsenal moving up into 5th place. Liverpool losing ground potentially on Manchester City. We are up against Neil Wood's Manchester United. Neil Wood is the interim manager. Okay, they've not appointed him, but he's good. He'd be a good manager. Maybe they should appoint him. The starting lineup we're going to go for then in the Manchester United game at Old Trafford, we are going for the tiki-taka formation, not the gegenpress formation. In goal will be Adonam. It's going to be a back three of Matthias Jakobsen, Johan Mylard and Johnny Souttar. Joe Willock and Marlon Charles as the two wing-backs. The midfield, Christ Chaule will be a box-to-box midfielder. He's not really that good at it. And Matteo Guendouzi will be the ball-winning midfielder. Now, I can hear what you're saying. I bought Guendouzi to be a box-to-box. Yeah, the problem is, we don't really have any other ball-winner midfielders. Guendouzi's our best ball-winner midfielder. Chaule is too good to drop. So we're going to try him as a ball-winner and a box-to-box in that order. Jean-Pierre will be the advanced playmaker, a front two of Rafael Santos-Bor and Nicolas Monasterio. Santos-Bor has recently come back from an injury, so I'm hoping he can hit the ground running, score us a couple of goals. Guendouzi gets a squad number of 50 because that's how many £1 million he cost. It looks like there's some construction work taking place at Old Trafford. Two of the corner stands, at the very least, you can just about see them there, are under construction. I don't know whether there's going to be any more construction going on. Not that it really makes any difference. I've just realised as well, why can't I... Okay, I need to change... Oh, God, hold on. We're going to go cautious. We're going to start cautiously. There we go. Also, there is a highlight from the kickoff, so maybe something's going to happen from this. Mylard and Souttar forward. Charles inside the Manchester United half. He's running straight down the middle. Guendouzi with a ball. Tiny haircut on that man. Tiny haircut. Somewhat disappointed. Nicky Monasterio, grey beard, crosses it in. Tries to find ball. Jean-Pierre goes for goal from a header from outside the area. David De Gea holds on to the ball. Now, is this going to be an actual highlight, or have I changed something? So we're seeing a full match. Well, the ball is still in play. Rashford controls it in the area. He's going to score, isn't he? He's going to score. He hasn't scored. Adonam makes a save. So we've watched every single second of the first minute of this match so far. It is a corner. Bruno Fernandes steps up to take it towards the back post. It's Monasterio can get it cleared by to Bruno Fernandes again. Charles nicks the ball away, and now Nicky Monasterio can break. The Argentine runs direct towards Ben Chilwell, who just trips him up completely. That's going to have to be a yellow card. It is. Finally, the highlights have ended. We didn't get to see the free kick, but finally the highlights have ended. I mean, I'd like something to happen. We're now 20 minutes in without any highlights since the first bit. Well, final 10 minutes of the first half, nothing is happening. Jakobsen's picked up an injury. He's going to be coming off at half-time. I assume, okay, we are playing a match of football. Fair enough. Fernandes' corner comes in. Jakobsen gets it clear. Jean-Pierre just gets his boot underneath that and finds Rafael Santos-Bor, the Colombian. Is he going to run down the right? Back to Joe Willock, the former Arsenal man. Is he going to run down the right? Stops. Lumps it into the middle. Nicky Monasterio is going to hopefully get there before David De Gea. He doesn't. De Gea, the Spaniard, can come out and claim the ball. That wasn't really a highlight, was it, if David De Gea collected it? So something's going to happen. Kicks it long upfield for Manchester United. Fabio Silva wins a header. It's going to be Bailey. Is that Eric? It's Leon, isn't it? It's Leon Bailey. Makes a lot more sense. Hits his shot wide of the post. Well, half-time consisted of a bunch of highlights in the first minute and a bunch of highlights in the 45th minute and nothing in the middle. Right. We need to do ourselves a substitution because Jakobsen is injured. We're going to do Gaston Yacaruso. Yacaruso has played an FA Cup game or two. This is going to be his Premier League debut at Old Trafford. What's the worst that can happen? Just seen the strikers are both playing badly. We're going to go positive. We're going to try it. We're going to go positive. Corner for United. Let's maybe going positive was a bad thing. Bruno Fernandes steps up towards the middle. Guendouzi heads down. Rashford, Fernandes once again. Rashford in the area. Goes for goals. Taking a bunch of deflections. Guendouzi, what are you doing, buddy? Souttar clears the ball. Adonam has been very, very lucky there. Going to see the continuation then. So, throw for Leon Bailey. Fabio Silva, the Portuguese, into Bruno Fernandes. Silva again. Fernandes again. And this time, Bruno Fernandes finds the back of the net. 50 minutes on the clock. 1-0 down against Manchester United. Kind of expected. Possibly going positive was a bad thing to do. Right, we need to change something. And that something is going to be Rafael Santos-Bor off. David Francis, the Trinidad and Tobago international. By the way, he spent some time at Atlanta United. 9 games, 2 goals. Actually didn't do too badly because he was only there for half a season. I think he technically won the MLS Cup as well. There you go. He was the US Cup and the Campeones Cup winner. What is this? Don't know. Anyway, we're playing Manchester United. Francis is coming on That's all we're going to do for now. We've still got plenty of time to score ourselves an equaliser and ideally a winner. Yakaruso lumps it upfield, doesn't find a black and white Newcastle shirt. James on that right-hand side. Is he going to go down the right? Doesn't get tackled by Charles instead. Finds Leon Bailey into the area. What is Adnan doing? I'm not quite sure. Francis doesn't win the header against Powell. And now Manchester United can come forward with the ball again. Right, Jean-Pierre needs to come off. Jean-Pierre is not having a good game. We're just about to take a free kick. Greg Huddle's going to come on. Final substitution. We are going to see the free kick. Goal kick, sorry. Yakaruso collects it inside his own area. Ball out to the left. Doesn't find a single Newcastle United player. That's 2 highlights now. The Yakaruso has just done that. Into the back post, it's Rashford. Adnan makes a save just about. Silva collects it. Now James with the ball for United. Bruno Fernandes goes for goal, and it's over the bar. We are lucky to still just be 1-0 down. I'm going to go back to cautious. I'm going to just protect the goal difference, I think, at this point. Final few minutes. It's a corner. Bruno Fernandes takes it back post. It's gone all the way over. It's a penalty. It's always a penalty, and it's always Nicky Monasterio. Every bloody time. What did he do? It's going to be Bruno Fernandes, I think, up against Adnan. It is Bruno Fernandes for his second goal of the game. Adnan, the Brazilian, dives the wrong way. It is 2-0 to Manchester United. Well, that was not a very good performance, was it? 25 shots United had. We had 8. And I don't think we saw any of them in any highlights, did we? It's a 2-0 defeat. We are going to... I mean, don't say this. Tell the boys they were excellent. They lost 2-0 and didn't do anything. Passionately, despite the result, no. Assertively, I'm far from pleased. The only player who was demotivated was Christ Cheulu. Cheulu, that guy. Cheulu, there you go, him. Why did I click it? 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 I should not be trusted to take team talks with an assistant manager. I should just take them myself or not at all. We have dropped down to 6th place. Obviously, that was after the Arsenal result. We are still in the European hunt, though, which is good. Southampton will be playing their match possibly tomorrow, so we're going to go forward, see how well Southampton do. Obviously, a victory for them will put them on to 39 points, and the goal difference will actually move them ahead of us, so we might be 7th by the end of the episode. Well, there you have it then. On the Sunday, Southampton do manage to beat local-ish rivals Bournemouth 3-2, moving them ahead of us in the table. Still in 7th place, though. One more point and we will hit that magical 40 points mark, which is obviously, for some reason, my goal at the start of the season. I don't know why. We're fighting for Europe. We should be looking for European football next season, and I'm hoping we can keep this up and actually get European football this season. That is going to do it then for this episode. Next episode, what are we going to do? We are going to go fairly near to the end of the season, I'm thinking. Brighton. Did we go Brighton? Thinking we might do Brighton, you know. Sure, we haven't played Brighton on camera in a very long time, so that's what we're going to do. Thank you very much for watching this episode. If you did enjoy, do remember to leave a like. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time in the Brighton match.